ESCH has been very helpful in every project in that they've helped us to really look at what our strengths and weaknesses are in each area. We've been able to, in the areas in which we're strong, realize that either we capitalize on those strengths or that, yes, we're doing a good job in those areas. And the areas that were weak, they showed us what we needed to address and how to go about doing it oftentimes. We are pretty set in the services we provide, but one of the things they have been able to do is go in and how to provide those services better and more efficiently. For example, when we looked at the computer project, we did analysis of our whole operations and how we took items in and how we priced them and what was efficient about that and what was inefficient. And so we were able to go ahead and say, okay, we need to change this way of doing things in order to do it better. So that was very helpful and really increased our productivity. When ESCH has come in on a project, they will assign somebody who has expertise in the area in which we're working on. For example, in the strategic planning process, we had a gentleman come in and first met with me to advise me on what the scope of the project was going to be and what kind of people we had to have involved and what kind of time commitment. And so then we met on 6 separate occasions with a cross-section of people from the shop. So we had volunteers, we had staff, we had board members all involved in this whole strategic planning process. And we came up with an excellent plan. We looked at our mission, we looked at what our goals were, and looked on how we could go about accomplishing them. So it was a well-organized exercise and one that we think is going to pay off in the future. The various different consultants we've had come in, each consultant has an area of expertise, at least one area of expertise that they're able to share with us. And really the fact that as a nonprofit you don't have a lot of money to spend on things like bringing in a consultant, it's nice to have ESCH be able to come in, give you the expertise, know you're getting quality expertise, and improve your operations because of it. So we're very grateful. They helped us document the policies and procedures, but one of the things they realized is that they had a very structured way of approaching this and looking at it. And they said, look, when we leave, you really need a person on your board that's strong financially. And we didn't have that person in place, and so what they recommended we do is get somebody that could be on a committee on the board and really serve as kind of an ongoing advisor to be sure that we were staying with these financial objectives and policies that we had put into place. So they were very helpful in saying, okay, we've met this need now, but we realize that on an ongoing basis some of these issues are going to continue to come up, and this is what you need to be thinking about. So just a lot of great ideas that, yeah, maybe we could have thought about on our own, but to have it presented with a lot of background and a lot of work was very helpful. Well, the way we found out about ESCH was I had gotten here and I realized there were a lot of things that needed to be done and I didn't have the expertise to do it. So I had actually called the University of Houston because I knew they had a small business consulting program, and they said, oh, we don't work with nonprofits, but ESCH does. And so they had recommended that, as well as United Way, but we decided to go with ESCH and have been very pleased and really have done all our consulting projects with ESCH. Being a small nonprofit, we have limited staffing, and so we wanted to be sure that we had all the checks and balances in place from a financial perspective, and so ESCH came in and did that and helped us document all our procedures. So that was a very good project. We've also worked with them twice doing a strategic plan, and we've also worked with them on rewriting our bylaws and just kind of looking at how we run as an organization. The Guild Shop. We are a Christian ministry of outreach and a resale shop. Since 1962, we raise money for charities in Houston, but primarily for the elderly that have run out of money at the end of their life. The population is a huge demographic range. We serve people that can't afford many clothes, so we sell clothing at a very, very reasonable price. Our clothes range from just your basic to designer wear, so we have very well-to-do people shop here as well. The various things that we sell here include clothing, household items, furniture, jewelry, art, rugs, and so we get a lot of people that are in the business, if you will, people that are dealers or people that are decorators, people looking for a bargain. So it runs a wide range. Primarily, we operate as a storefront. There are kind of two sides of it. We enable people to come in and consign things. 90% of our business is consignment based, and what that means is they can bring in a certain amount of items per time, and we will then price those items and put them on the floor. And when their items sell, they get 2/3 of the sale price, and then the guild shop keeps 1/3 of it. 10% of our revenues come from donations, so we accept donations. So people just wanting to clean out their closet and give a charitable contribution can bring their items here and get a tax write-off for them. So that's one side of it. And then the other side is we operate as a storefront in which we sell to the various clientele. It's a nice place for people that need to buy things at a relatively reasonable price. We also do a lot of charity work. After the hurricane, we gave away a lot of clothes and furniture. Depending on what needy organization comes to us, we can provide in-kind sort of donations as well.